Dear students of 9A and 9B, our previous lesson of lesson number 2 of civics, the basic points which I required to be discussed are discussed, and some points which were relevant to the previous lesson of composite culture of history, I took the extract from there and applied it in lesson number 2 of civics. This purpose is served. Now no need to clarify the same lesson number 2, because lesson number 2 of civics is not a part of your reduced syllabus. So our purpose is served, my purpose is served. So the concept of brotherhood, the concept of religious tolerance, the concept of internal and international understanding, the concept of fundamental rights, fundamental duties and responsibilities, moralities of the citizens to set up, to establish a strong administration in the country and to protect the sovereignty and security of the country. This type of things I discussed in lesson number 2, but lesson number 2 is not a part of your reduced syllabus. So the next lesson, lesson number 3, which is a part of your revised syllabus or reduced syllabus, I am going to discuss. I am going to teach you. Lesson number 3, the Election Commission and elections. The Election Commission and elections. And here there are some points mentioned in the board: the need for elections, the election commission, composition, role of election commission. First point, the need for elections. What is the need for election? Democracy is a word derived from the Greek word demos, which means people. Democracy means people, and this word derived from Greek words demos, and from this word demos the word democracy has come. In different cities of the world where population becomes factor, many people live there. They do not allow people to gather together in a city center and appoint officials as the Greeks did. What did the Greeks do? That is the question. What did the Greek? It is my introduction, my dear student. You don't think that I am discussing irrational point. It is a rational point and resembles this lesson. What did the Greek do? The Greek introduced the concept of demos. Demos means democracy, and in a democracy, election is one of the most important part. People elect their representatives by casting their votes, and on being elected by the people as their representative, the representative's first and foremost duty was to provide an impartial system of administration where every group of people, people of every category was treated equally. This system was introduced by the Greeks for the first time. Instead, they elect their people, who in turn choose officials to administer the nation and look after, the special needs of the society. And this is known as a democratic state. In a democratic state, people are the real power. People utilize their power. How? By electing their representatives, by casting their votes. They utilize their voting rights as their weapon. And then they choose their representative for few hours, for few years, and as soon as the term of that particular representative is over or gets over, the person has to stand for election twice for the second term. If the person is able to gain support of the people, to gain popularity of the people by doing well, once again the same person is elected. So this is the key word of the democracy. And with democracy, another name comes, that is election. Because election is the integral part of a democratic form of government. Elections are held in a regular way, and people choose their representatives according to which they are governed by, their representatives are governed by themselves. Their representatives form a government and then it runs smoothly in the country. That's why in democracy, election is part and parcel. In a democracy, election is the part and parcel. And without election, no, legal works is done by the representatives. Now, what is election? Now, what do you know about the Election Commission? What is election? I think you are able to understand. And now, what is election? What is the meaning of the Election Commission? The election process is conducted or supervised by an independent body. This independent body is known as the Election Commission. It is headed by Chief Election Commissioner, and its independence from the legislature is early defined, and the legislature cannot intervene in any of the Election Commission's decision. And the Election Commission works independently. Although it is set up by the legislature body, but they never interferes the independence of the Election Commission. The Election Commission has some characteristic features I am going to discuss now. The Chief Election Commissioner can be removed from office only by impeachment. Who is the head of the Election Commission? The Chief Election Commissioner is the head of the Election Commission, and he keeps on doing his work until any proposal of impeachment is brought against his name. That means the person can be removed, the Chief Election Commissioner can be removed only when a proposal of impeachment is brought against his name. And in that case, the Chief Election Commissioner has to prove it. If he is unable to prove that he is innocent and the proposal of impeachment has been brought against him is correct, in that case, the Chief Election Commissioner is removed. And another thing is that once appointed, the Chief Election Commissioner, once appointed, his or her terms cannot be changed. and only the Chief Election Commissioner can recommend the removal of other election commissioners. The Chief Election Commissioner is the head of the Election Commission, and for his conveniences, few more election commissioners are appointed in order to assist him during the time of elections, in order to look after the electoral procedures smoothly. He needs to be assisted by other election commissioners, but only the Chief Election Commissioner can recommend the removal of other election commissioners. None but only the Chief Election Commissioner, who is the head of the commission, Chief Election Commission. The next point, composition. The Election Commission is headed by the Chief Election Commissioner, as I told you earlier. It is headed by the Chief Election Commissioner. And there are regional election commissioners responsible for the functionings of the election commission in different states. And the election commissioners are assisted by a deputy commissioner, deputy election commissioner, and a secretary. A deputy election commissioner and a secretary. Nirvachan Sadan in New Delhi is the office of Election Commission. Nirvachan Sadan in New Delhi is the office of Election Commission, from where each and every part of circulars are sent for the regional election commissioners in different states of India. So the Chief Election Commissioner keeps and controls the entire system of election commission or electoral procedure. During election or before election, a number of meetings are held under his chairmanship, and other election commissioners also help him during the crisis period or during the discussion regarding any controversial issues for election brought by any candidate. So this kind of discussions are held before election with the help of other election commissioners, and in that case sometimes regional election commissioners also are called by the Chief Election Commissioner or other election commissioners. In that case, the role of regional election commissioner is very important. If the Chief Election Commissioner, suppose the Chief Election Commissioner is not satisfied with the answer of the regional commissioner, in that case, the regional commissioners, the person who is called is removed, and in place of him, another regional commissioner is appointed during the time of election. That means a regional commissioner has to be neutral. If he followed a policy of partiality, in that case, allegations will be brought against his name by the political parties or members of different political parties, and in that case, the Chief Election Commissioner takes stern action against him. In that case, he may be removed. And another thing is that all these appointments are made by the President of India. That means appointing of Chief Election Commissioner, appointing of election commissioners. All these appointments are made by whom? By the President of India, and they are treated and all Indian Administrative Service IAS appointees. The Election Commissioner is supposed to hold office for a term of how many years? For a term of 6 years, not 5 years. Many students commit this type of mistakes. 5 years, they write usually 5 years, but it is absolutely wrong. The office of the Election Commissioner is for about 6 years, not for 5 years. And only IAS officers, Indian Administrative Service, who usually pass India Administrative Service, only they are appointed as the election commissioner or chief election commissioner. Chief election commissioner, is appointed by the President of India. In that case, before appointing him, the President, the President make an inquiry whether the person, whether the election commissioner has, has many years of experience working as a election commissioner of India. In that case, that very person having many years of experiences is appointed as the chief election commissioner of the election commission department by the President of India. And only IAS, Indian civil service holder, are appointed as the election commissioner, just like deputy magistrate, election commission department, the post of election commissioners also are very responsible posts. That's why IAS candidates are appointed, who are, who passed IAS exam. Only they are appointed as chief election commissioner or election commissioners. So another thing is that in fact the retirement age for a commissioner is extendable to 65 years. The retirement age for a commissioner is about 60 years, but the retirement age for a commissioner is extendable to 65 years to allow him or her to finish her term of 6 years. However, a new Act of Parliament that was passed in January 1991 restricts his or her term of office to his or her age of retirement or a 6-year term, whichever is earlier. That means a person who completes his term of 6 years, he has to retire. That means he has to complete his tenure. As soon as he completes his tenure, his work is likely to be over. In that case, the person gets retired after having completed his 6 years of term. That means as soon as his term of 6 years term is over, the person gets retired from his office. And next one, functions of the election. Before discussing about the functions, I would like to mention 2 points more, my dear students. 2 points more I would like to discuss with you. Number one, the election commission is the election commission of India through which the entire procedure of election is conducted. The chief election commissioner and the role of other election commissioners is very important because they are supposed to be completely neutral. Otherwise, the entire procedure of election is bound to be failure. And second one, the election commission has no, option. The other one who usually set up the election commission, means legislature, has no right to interfere the works of election commission. That means election commission can work independently without being provoked by any political parties of India. And because of this, their neutrality and independent government is formed in the country and work independently, and this is the root cause of success of a democratic form of government up to this, my dear students.